So, like, what drew you guys to thrash? I mean, obviously, you're in your early 20s, so you kind of grew up with that stuff, but what made you go in the direction of thrash in particular?
Well, shortly after I was born, my mother went on tour with Anthrax and Metal Church.
True story.
True story.
So we
and I'm really hoping that one of those dudes is my dad, because honestly, right now I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I was invited to a sleepover with like older kids, and I was like, oh, cool, and they put on Far Beyond Driven by Pantera, and it was like, as far as I was concerned, the most amazing thing I'd ever heard in my life, and they're my favorite band to this day, and you know, they're definitely a thrash band at their core. You know? A lot of people will argue that with me, but I don't care, I'll win. But you know, that ever since then, you know, I've just been listening to Metallica and Megadeth, and you know, all the, you know, more obscure bands, Artillery, all that sort of stuff. And I love death metal and I love black metal, but I think the direction that metal went in for the most part is pretty terrible. So this is a return to form, to where, like, it was once good, and then maybe we can take it in another direction that'll continue to be good, and that's sort of our plan.
Cool. Yeah, and I think one of the reasons so many people enjoy thrash, and that it has kind of stood the test of time, is that it's just a really fun genre of metal.
So fun.
Yeah. Whereas, you know, like something with black metal, it's like very elitist and, you know, everything's bleak and gloomy. But like thrash is just like a good, regardless of whether or not you're like a party band in particular or whatever you're singing about, it's just like good music that like any metalhead can enjoy.
It's
right.
upbeat.
And that's what I'm saying, you know, it's like, and you know, people complain about the whole party aspect of things all the time. I think that's probably people's biggest gripe with it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's fun. Like, why shouldn't music be fun? We're not a party band, but every time I get up on stage, I'm not thinking about like how I want to like die and like how sad I am and stuff like that. Like I just want to have fun and play some really aggressive, fast music that, you know, you can run around to and hit people and
all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's what thrash is all about.
If you're not having fun, what's the point? You know.
Yeah, thrash is so ideologically non-imposing to people. It's just have fun, play music, party, get together, enjoy it.
It's non-threatening. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What I like about it is that you can be a technically proficient thrash band, or you can be a punk thrash band. You know what I mean? Like, it's not as restricting as death metal or as black metal. And
it, you know, it spans a huge like spectrum all in itself. You know, you've got crossover. You've got like more progressive bands like, you know, Toxic or Realm. You've got straight ahead Bay Area bands like Exodus, and you've got like, you know, Teutonic bands like Sodom and stuff like that. It's a huge genre, like a huge like range of different sounds that you can incorporate.
Definitely.
We try and borrow from everything that we can.
And I think that's why so many people kind of gravitate towards thrash.
Right.
You guys had mentioned that you just got a new endorsement from amp company.
That would be my uncle's guitar company, Carlino Guitars, based out of Medford. He came to me one night and he offered to build me a custom USA model named the Carlino Identity with the name Carlino on the headstock to pay homage to the company, but also which is my last name, which is really
cool.
great.
Yeah.
He's not. The name isn't on there because I'm just so great. It's because that's just our family name.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And
I think it's safe to say at this point that we're gonna be. We're getting an artist deal with Madison Amplifiers.
Cool.
We just found that out yesterday.
We found out the other day, which is pretty exciting. And so yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Cool. Before you guys take off, I just have one final question for you guys. Kind of a fun question.
Sure.
If you could spend the day with anyone in the history of metal, dead or alive, who would each of you pick to hang out with?
Dimebag Darrell.
Dimebag?
Easy. Simple. Yeah.
Cliff Burton, I think.
What about you, David?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Oh,
Slash.
come on. I'm going to think of someone.
Probably Slash.
It's hard to say. I really enjoy Steve Vai a lot. I know it kind of comes out of left field based on a style of music, but such an open-minded guitarist and musician, and he's done a lot for all forms of like advanced guitar playing, and I feel like there's a lot I could learn from him as a person and a musician.
Maybe like Mike Patton, because
he'd be an interesting guy, I think. Yeah, I think Lemmy would be a good
choice. I
want to hang out with Wayne Static.
Wayne Static.
Yeah.
Get the Static X CD right
change
here.
answer.
Yeah, dude, we're all changing to Wayne Static. Actually, I'm gonna do their bassist Tony Campos.
Yeah.
He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
He can give us tips on balding and how to hide it with elaborate hairstyles.
10 feet high.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys swinging by the studio today.
Hey, thank
It was
you.
our
It's been a
pleasure.
pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Everyone, don't forget to go check out the Boston Thrash Bash, the Winter Plunderland tour with Razormaze, and also their album, which is out now. Where can you find the album?
You can find it at Newbury Comics. Hot Topic.
Oh, yeah.
You can go online to RevHQ, which is Revelation Records Distribution, I believe. And, I don't know, a bunch of other sites.
Well, there's holdtrue.com, our record label's
Yeah, you
website.
can get it straight from our label, too, holdtrue.com. And, yeah, we should mention that our label is Hold True Recordings. That's probably important. Hi, Ethan. But, yeah.
We love you, buddy.
Cool. Well, I appreciate your time, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
We're going to hear a little Warbringer here on the Combine right now.
Sweet.